Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Rain here, and today I want to be showing you guys how I edit my videos, and by videos I mean like my edits for Cod Edits and whatnot. So yeah, I'm not going to try and waste any time, so let's get right into this. So the first thing I do is I pick my song, and I already have my song picked out, which I'll play the song right now. And it's only like 9 seconds long, so yeah. Now the next thing I do is I mark out my beats, and I already have them marked out for the sake of my video and the time. So what you do is whenever there's a beat, you just press M and it makes a marker, and that's basically what you do to mark your beats. So that's what I do for that. And then the next thing is I add in my clips, and I trim them down to what I need them to be. So I've already done that with these clips, so I'm just going to select them all. Actually, I'm only going to select the first 2 of them. And sorry if my computer sounds like a jet engine. It's at night it's really loud, or at least it seems that way, and my mic is right next to it, so that's why it sounds even louder. So the next thing that I do is I do my velocity. So what I do for my velocity is I set it to 600, and then depending on how long the distance between the beats is, I usually do 8, but I'm going to do 4 for this one. So I got 4 beats ahead, put a point here, set it to 50. I'm going to put this one to fast fade. And then you put another point on the marker, and you set that one to 600, and then you go 4 frames back, put another point, set that to 50, and also set it to slow fade because it just looks better. Also, the first thing you want to do on the clips that I forgot to mention is disable resample. Always disable resample, because if you don't, it just really looks bad, so just trust me on that. And it's better to edit 60 FPS clips because it's just way easier to do. So yeah, I'd recommend doing that. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go through this, and I'm just gonna speed it up of me marking the velocity because it's just the same thing over and over. So yeah. Okay, so now I've marked out all the velocity points for this part of the clip, so it will look something like this. Probably change the preview to so it looks something like that. Now, basically what velocity is it speeds up, slows down, speeds up, slows down. So whenever the beat goes, it goes up, so it goes faster. And then the next beat it goes up again, and then in between the beats it goes slower. So it looks really nice. It's fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, or slow, fast, slow, fast, whatever you want to say. So the next thing that I do, well, I add in the rest of the clips, so I'm going to add in the cinematic real quick. And the reason I already have all these things ready is just for the sake of the video, so that it doesn't take forever. Then I don't know what I just did. So I'm going to select the rest of the clips and put them in. Okay, or not. So now I have all the clips in here, so it should be something like this. And now that's just the clips without any editing on them, except for the first clip. So yeah, now that I have that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the velocity for this clip, this clip, this clip, and this clip. So I'm gonna speed it up again and start that now. Also, one thing that you want to try and always do is make sure that your velocity, whenever a beat hits, make sure that it's as close as possible to the shot. So what you want to have is right on the beat, you want it to show this, the muzzle flash, but it's just, it doesn't really matter because it's just a tutorial, and since I'm saying it, I'll just say that. So you always want it to be on the beat for the muzzle flash. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to doing the rest of the velocity. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm done with all the velocity for all the clips. Now this is the part that I hate the most about it, is the velocity, because it's the most time consuming in my opinion. But it's very tedious for doing it. But what I hated most about when I first got into editing was trying to learn velocity, but once you learn it, it's really easy. So yeah. So the next thing that I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add beat pumps. So beat pumps are when the screen zooms in. So yeah, I have two different beat pumps. I have beat pump 1, which is really zoomed in, and then I have beat pump 2, which is just for normal beats. So for most clips, I just use beat pump 2, and then what you do is you add the beat pump to the keyframe that you have marked out. So how you do that is you go to pan and crop, and then you go to presets, and you click the beat pump that you want to do. Now I'm not going to show how to make a beat pump in this video, but there's plenty of videos on YouTube, you can just search one up. So yeah, once you add the beat pump, you go to the next keyframe, and you go one frame back, and then you right click and then press restore, because otherwise it will just zoom out very slowly. So then you go onto the clip, go onto the frame where it hits, and then do the beat pump, and then go to the next one frame back, and then so on. And then for when the shot hits, I do beat pump 1, which is more zoomed in. In my opinion, it just looks kind of cool. So yeah. So I'm going to add in all the beat pumps for these clips, so I'll be back when I'm done with that. Okay, so there we go. Now all the beat pumps in, so now whenever there's a beat, just pay attention to the clip, and you can see the screen will zoom in. There we go. So that's that. So now the next thing that I do is I add in my sound effect. So I have a few sound effects for this project media. I use Blizzard's DSR because that, in my opinion, that's just the best one. So now once you have your sound effect and you import it, try and sync it up to the beat as best as possible. So what I do is as soon as it the line gets bigger, I put it right to the beat, and then copy that, and then put that on all the other parts. So now we have the gun sound, so now whenever the shot hits, it will have the gun sound, so I'll play that now. I kind of lagged right there, but... Or did it? No, I didn't. I just had the same clip on here twice. So I put it right there. So there we go. Now I have all the clips synced up and whatnot. So now the next thing I do is I add in my effects. Now I use a good bit of effects, and most people do when they do their edits. So now I'm gonna go on the effects part that I use. So I have a notepad open just so I can remember all of them. So I'm gonna show me putting them in. So yeah. So the first one I'm gonna add is gonna be RSMB, and that stands for Real Smart Motion Blur. And so basically, whenever it shows the blur in certain spots, yeah. So now whenever I try to put in a tab once I first open the program, it kind of does that little bag is not working. So you just have to wait for that. So it's basically just blur at certain parts. So here are my settings if you want to copy them. So I'll give you just a second. And now you want to add that to all the clips, except I don't add them to the cinematics. Actually, yes I do. You want to even add them to the cinematics that you have. If I can click on it. So I want to speed through me adding this to all the clips. Okay, so now I've added all of the RSMB, or the RSMB to all the clips. So now the next plugin that I'm going to use is S-Shake. Now S-Shake is basically, it shakes the screen around minorly and it just looks really nice in edits. It's not like a huge detail, but it looks really nice in edits. So I'm going to add that to all the clips. And I'm just going to go through a few frames, and you can kind of see that the screen moves around a little bit. It's not super noticeable, but it looks nice. So yeah. Now add that to all your clips. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so now I'm done with that. Now also, if you want to copy my settings, here they are. So just pause the video and see them. So now the next effect that I use is, let me think. I'm just gonna add, okay, so I'm gonna add in BCC Film Glow. So this effect looks really nice on edits. I love this effect so much. So, yeah, I'm gonna add it on to all the clips. So I'm just gonna do this, put it onto all of the clips like that. So here are my settings, and as you can see, it just adds like a little color correction, and it looks really nice. So here are my settings if you want to copy them. This is just what I use, but yeah. So now the next effect that I'm gonna put on is SAXY REIGN, and this is also gonna go on all the clips. So now this is it adds even more color correction. So basically, it just makes it a lot more vibrant. And you can see before it's kind of dull right here. So once you add that on, it just kind of makes the colors pop a little bit more, and it looks really nice. I love this effect as well. So now the next effect that I'm gonna put on is I'm gonna save Glint for last. I'm gonna put on Rays Streaky. So okay, so Rays Streaky, what I do is I put it on right when the shot hits. So you put it on, and when you put it on, it's just gonna do that. So I have a setting for it. I think this is the blue one, yes. So I'm gonna move this down a little bit so it fits. Okay, so right when you have it, it's gonna be kind of a lot. So what I do is I put it on the clip, and then I click the little clock right here, and it animates it. And I do that for both of these, and then I go to the end of this part of the clip, and then I drag it all the way down to 0. So basically what that does is it adds kind of a fade of it. So it goes from this, and then it slowly fades out. So it looks really nice on clips, so I'm gonna add that to this as well. And now the next plugin I'm going to use is s_scanlines. So basically what this is it's exactly what it sounds like. It's scan lines. So it's kind of hard to see it on this part, but I'll add a different effect of it. So that's, you can see a little bit better there. So it's kind of like an old TV, and you can see like the lines on that. So it looks really nice. I put it right on when the clip hits. So it just adds a little effect to it, and I like it a lot. So I add that to both the kill cams. So it's not a big detail, but it a bunch of little details make it look a lot better. So now you can kind of see it a little bit better on this clip of just what it is. So now the next effect I'm going to use is I'm going to put on glint now. Oops. So this one takes a little bit of time. It takes the most time out of all the effects, so I'm only going to put it on really the first clip majorly. It's like the Yemen shot. So once you put it on, I have my effect or my settings here. Now, right when you put it on, it's a lot. So basically, what it is when there's bright spots, it makes it like blue kind of. I don't know how to describe it, but so what I do is I keyframe this, and I don't like to have a lot of it on here. I like to keep it pretty low. So that looks about good. So every like time that you go along the clip, you just want to keyframe it so that it's all about preference of what you like. But I like to keep it very mild. So I'm just gonna go through this and do this real fast. Okay, so there we go. I'm only gonna add it to this first clip because I just don't want to take up too much time, because right now it's, yeah. So now the next effect I'm gonna show is magic bullet looks. So what I do is see, add it to this clip, and I go to edit, and I go to here and I add chromatic aberration to lens, and then I put the red cyan to 7, and then whatever you put on the top you want to put on the bottom, just negative. So now -7 on the bottom. So now what that does is it gives a little RGB burst effect. So now you want to animate that and go to the end of that part of the clip, go back into edit, click on this, and press reset. Now the more you add of this, the longer it's going to take to render out, because it just takes a long time to render this effect out. So I wouldn't use it in large quantities because it's going to take a lot longer to render. So yeah. So now it's on that clip too, and I think it looks really nice. So now I'm going to go to the end of this, go to animate, edit, and then reset. So basically it kind of fades out, so it's on the clip and then it fades out, and it looks really nice. So now the next effect that I add is I add this to the whole entire track, and it's a little bit more color correction. So I'm gonna go to a clip where you can, or a part where you can really see it. So here's the, here, I'll just put it on here. So here's the clip without it, and then here's with it. It just makes it a little bit more vibrant, and it looks really good. So I put that on the whole entire clip. I think I put that on the whole clip. Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, so the last effect that I add is BCC Lens Blur. Now the reason I add that last is because this effect can make your Vegas crash at any time, so that's why I use it very cautiously. But yeah, so I add that, and then I have my settings for it. And yeah, that's basically all I do for my edits. I sometimes add more or less effects. It all depends on how much time I have and like what I want the edit to look like and whatnot. So yeah, it's all about preference on what you like and whatnot. So yeah, this is the clips, and now I'm gonna let this render out because this is gonna take a little while. So yeah, I'm gonna save it one last time. Click all this, so you select the whole track, and then render as. Now I'm gonna render it in 60 FPS because otherwise it would just look stupid. So I'm gonna name this Black Ops 2 2CE. That's not how you spell. Black Ops 2 2CE which stands for 2-clip edit if you didn't know. Tons. So now I'm gonna let this render out, and I'll be back when it's rendered. Okay, so now it finished rendering, and one thing that I forgot to say is that you need to add black bars, or you don't need to, but it's good to. But don't add it to the cinematics, because you just don't need it. But yeah, that's the last thing I wanted to say. But yeah, if this video helped you at all, please leave a comment saying it helped you, because that would really mean a lot to me if it helped you. And yeah, I'm not really used to making these kind of videos. I'm used to just kind of doing gameplays and edits and whatnot. So yeah, if you want more videos like this, also leave a comment for that. But yeah, if this helped anyone, that would mean a lot to me. But yeah, remember to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, it's been Rain. I don't know how many times I said yeah, but I'll put a counter. So, peace.